guys? Name is Tyler, aka Nanogenix, and today, what is Dokkan doing? Okay, I've not made one of these videos in a minute because I just kind of felt like, I don't know, but I just really want to talk about Dokkan right now because this is crazy to me. So what you're looking at your screen, I'm sure you're already aware of, and it's probably releasing very soon because, well, matter of fact, it's releasing presumably after this maintenance is over. So if you haven't been paying attention to your global Dokkan in a minute, it looks like there's gonna be maintenance on the 21st, which is I guess the day I'm uploading this, actually, because I'm recording this. As you can see, these just went live a few minutes ago. This is the evening of the 20th, and so it looks like they were released probably at the end of this maintenance, if I had to guess. So very soon. But here's the thing. So if you're not familiar with LR Vegeta and Nappa, they just released roughly a month and a half / 2 months ago on the JP side. And I was on a call with Gresh earlier, which, by the way, Gresh and I are making a video together, so you got to stay tuned for that. But we were talking about some stuff because this was leaked by Dokkaner. And then when this, I was like, okay, it's a leak. I really don't cover leaks much anymore. But then Dokkan official tweeted this out, right? So it's Vegeta and Nappa. They're actually really cool. Real talk. They're actually one of the cooler LRs I think that's released in a bit. And I think like their super attacks and everything. I mean, dude, that just looks sick in my opinion. Which of course also I'm Vegeta fanboy, so of course I'm gonna say that. But the thing that I wanted to get to, which I still stand on the side of like, I don't know, but there's a lot of people, and Gresh and I'm talking about this too, that are now thinking they're trying to catch global up with JP. And I think bar none, this is the closest they've ever been. So if we go over to the actual summons, now granted, the two things I'm kind of looking at here are EZAs and summons. And in the leak via Team Dokkaner, apparently the EZA, which this may already be in the news, you may have already seen this, but apparently the EZA for the intelligence Trunks is releasing. This guy right here. So he just released, again, 2 months ago on the JP side, and now he's potentially releasing already on the global side, which would then catch up main EZA releases. Last time I made a video like this, some of you guys like to correct me about like this or that, but I'm just talking about like main releases here as we look at this stuff. So this guy right here, if he is releasing on the global side, plus the release of LR Nappa and Vegeta, which is one of the strangest moves they've ever done on the global side, like without question. And so if we take a look at the summons, the only thing that is different in terms of main releases at this time of filming this video, because of Saiyan Day being celebrated at the same time, right? If you guys weren't around then, which I'm sure most of you were, but it was Bardock, right? So we celebrated that. I just passed it too. We were celebrating that at the same time, right? So because of that, and because they released LRUI first on global while JP was doing another really strange thing, they were doing a bunch of rehash banners. So JP during the month of May did a bunch of rehash banners. So because they released a new LR on the global side and then later released it on the JP side, of course, LRUI that we just got, but JP at the same time was doing all these weird random banners. The only things different right now about the two versions are basically Gotenks and Boo and Kefla. That's it. Now, you know, obviously the LR fusions, but those are going to be releasing during the global year 5. Now, are we really headed into a future of Dokkan to where they're both happening at the same time? I still don't know. And the reason why I'm saying I still don't know is because I think they like having them. I don't know why. I have no idea why, right? I'm not Akatsuki, I'm not Bandai. I don't understand the reasoning for wanting to keep them separate, unless of course they see the research or whatever that proves that having them separate is better. Maybe. I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, the only thing I think of is that they like to do these global exclusives and then, you know, JP gets stuff first. But as it stands, I don't think in the history of this game we've ever had the two versions this close. I think the biggest telling sign will be on JP, Tanabata is going to be happening during Global's year 5. That is every year. Now, last year, taking a look actually at the Bardock banner, if you guys remember how last year went, Global got this for like Goten, Goku Day, Gohan Day, and all of that. So they got the Gohan and the Goten, and then for Tanabata last year, instead of JP getting a new unit, JP just got this, right? They got this instead. So the really telltale sign, I think, of potential of JP and Global being together is if JP, for some reason, I don't think this is going to happen again because I think they like to keep them separate, but if for some reason JP does not get a new unit for Tanabata, so if JP doesn't get a preview for a new unit later this week, or I guess next week if you're watching this on the Sunday that I release it, if they don't get a new unit later this week or early next week to be previewed to then release on like the 1st or 2nd of July, then it is very likely that's what they're trying to do. If Tanabata is just a rehash of the LRs, and of course, you know, putting the LR fusions on the same banner and they're chilling, then some weird times lie ahead. Because when I was talking to Gresh, what I told Gresh is I was like, what if craziest thing happens is they slow JP down to a weird pace, right? Because JP has been slow lately, and they let Global catch up. And for JP's 5-year anniversary, Global comes out, Global releases, you know, a video that basically states, we know that the 5-year anniversary for Global is not in February, but now it is. So now we're going to be celebrating the yearly anniversaries at the same time. And then the Tanabata celebration that they typically do just on JP, right? I mean, Tanabata happens on Global, but it's usually like in November. But instead, it's going to sort of be like a coexisting celebration as part of the original yearly anniversary. So you get this new unit, we bring back the LR fusions, all of that during what used to be Global's normal anniversary. And like that, like a few years ago, maybe seemed far-fetched, because again, we get kind of close, but never this close. Like, this is actually crazy. Like, the fact that JP is only really 2 main festival celebrations different is actually insane. Like, right now, as it stands, JP and Global, in terms of LRs, the only LR difference are these 2 and the 2 from this. That's actually crazy, because since this is releasing, this would have been the only one that would be kind of the difference. But since he is now releasing basically just the year 5 stuff, year 5 LR is the only thing that's different. And like, that's crazy. So basically a dual Dokkan Fest, they released at the same time. So 3 Dokkan Fests different, and then the 4 LRs. I don't know, man. So I think ultimately, again, the true sort of test of this is for Tanabata. Does JP get a new unit? If JP does get a new unit, then, you know, we know precisely what will happen during the entire month of July, which, by the way, I was actually looking into it because I was just curious, guys. Some people asking me about stones the other day, and I found, again, the wiki. I'm gonna have a link to the wiki. The wiki is seriously incredible. Like, the team that runs the wiki, I actually talked to someone. I don't know if he's still or I don't know if he's still part of the team. If you are and you watch this, let me know. But I did an Instagram live, my one and only Instagram live I've ever done, and it was one of the guys that actually runs the wiki, and he was super awesome, super nice. It was dope to have him on there. Speaking of which, I need to do that more. I can bring you guys into my Instagram live. It's kind of cool. But all you guys were asking me about how many stones to get, or how many stones you would get, and it looks like roughly 824. Now, that's doing everything. That's the missions. That's logging in every day. I mean, that's literally doing everything, but that's still quite a few. And something really cool too is that if this guy right here releases like now, or, you know, even during 5-year anniversary, that's 30 more stones added onto that, right? Because EZAs are some of the best ways to get free to play stones. So that's even more added on to what was 824, which I don't think the difference between year 5 and year 4 was that much. Okay, so yeah, I remember people freaking out and saying the year 4 and year 5 were significantly different in stones. It is about 100, but not so much. I felt like people were talking about like 300 or 400 stones. So it was only about 100 stone difference. So year 4 did technically get more, which there is the possibility that Global even gets more than JP, because I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. Global does get typically treated better in terms of, I don't want to say that. It's so hard for me to say this because I know a lot of y'all will say no they don't, because like you know how the top grossing is treated, because, well, top grossing is just different since it's a international version of the game. But Global does get treated in most ways, in most regards, better. The tickets, the buy 3 going to freeze, the discounted summons, the guaranteed featured stuff like that JP never gets. Like, it usually is. So it is very possible that Global ends up getting actually more than 824 stones. Anyways, I just wanted to make this video because I thought it was crazy this LR is releasing right before the 5-year anniversary, which, by the way, I'm not one to typically tell you guys how to spin your stones. I just never am, but this is the biggest bait I've ever seen. Like, if they do something even crazy, like, what if they, like, Global has been known to do a lot of different things in terms of really incentivizing you to want to summon. What if they do a Pilaf's Trove thing that is a guaranteed LR, or like discounted summons, which never happens on legendary banners like this, or they put it on a double raids banner? Like, I don't know, man. This is actually mind-blowing to see them doing this. So anyways, that's why I want to make this video. Global JP are super close right now. Do I ultimately think they're ever going to get on the same timeline? No, probably not. But I still want to make this video because it's just crazy. That's really all I know to say. I've been talking about this game, covering this game. I've had this channel now for over 4 years, coming up on 4.5 years, and I have never witnessed the game be this close. Like, it's nuts. So anyways, guys, that was today's video. As always, hit the like button if you guys did enjoy the video. Consider subscribing, joining the hashtag #NanoFam today. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff with these games, bro. Based on the interactions I'm seeing on these tweets, people are like, okay, whatever. Like, this is definitely pretty, I feel like this is pretty low for even like a global related thing. Let's look. Yeah, it doesn't, yeah, it seems a little even low interaction for them, but it could also be because it just released. This was actually UI stuff, so maybe not. Man, UI just released on the 20th of May. Yeah, it really has not been long at all. Holy crap, dude. Yeah, what is going on with these two versions of this game? My gosh. Guys, have a great day. Keep on keeping on. This has been Nano. I don't even know, bro. Oh my gosh. Nanogenix set off, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.